what I'm saying? This is like extracurricular activities for myself so I can shine. You know what I'm saying?
Need for Speed Unbound came out a few weeks ago, and I decided to take upon myself the challenge of beating Need for Speed Unbound on its hardest difficulty, and as well as only having one singular life. One life, whether it be getting caught by the cops, or just getting completely destroyed, obliterated, car completely totaled. Either one of those, that counts. So you will see the process. This is a long game. You can see how long this is. And can we beat Need for Speed Unbound on the hardest difficulty? And we have one life. That's it. One life on the hardest difficulty. It's a little bit of a mouthful, but let's get on to the journey. So as we begin, decided what car do we want to start off with, which is, it's always a tough choice, but I had to go with the Sylvia, man. It's the beginning car, and I couldn't pick a Murcielago or pick a Countach to start the game. Are you kidding me? So here we go, man. I'm in the whip with my best friend. It's kind of tough. I feel bad for bro a little bit, but in the whip, man. And is it S15? That thing is beautiful. That is big Midnight Club vibes. That's what I was thinking the whole time. This is a Midnight Club game. This is we're starting off chilling, driving down these Chicago streets, man. Yes, sir. It's in Chicago, which is, if you know me, actually, that's great, bro. That's from Chicago. You're playing a Chicago game. That's great. As we ran into a bunch of racers, you gotta do what I gotta do, and it was pretty straightforward at this point. We were just chilling. Honestly, it just felt good to have a new game, man. I just, using a lot of NOS. That's one thing. They give you so much boost. It's kind of ridiculous. And as we progressed through this race, it was honestly like a little difficult. Like I was thinking, it would be, but at the same time, it's a racing game. They're usually not that hard. But I just could not get close, and this really was a signal for things to come, which is it's not great. Like I don't think I even won. I think I came in second, which is not a good start. But hey, they weren't messing around when they said hardest difficulty, intense difficulty, and continuing. Lakeshore were introduced to their logo, to the beautiful city of Chicago, the Chicago Bulls, where they reside. It's great. It's great. I love it. I love having a game in Chicago. It's a first. Oh, it's not a first, but it's great to see. You see, we have a few, cutscenes. Nothing really happened, to be honest. I'm just chilling in my Sylvia, and we just continue. We're going to make bread. Continue to make some bread. The new setup they did is there's meetups now. You don't just pull up to a race and boom, boom, have a race. It's kind of realistic in a way. I mean, I wouldn't really know. I don't partake in illegal activities, but that's, they try to make it more realistic, which I know I appreciate. I do appreciate. Continue, pull up to an event, man. You see that we have a bunch of different people here, a bunch of different cars. They really tried their best to make the driver feel like they're actually belonging. After we completed our first race, we pull up to a new event type called deliveries. If you ever played Midnight Club Los Angeles, this is very familiar, and this game, like I already mentioned, shares a few similarities with Midnight Club. First one being deliveries, and we are welcome to the new Nissan. It was Nissan Z, new prototype, and they did some stuff to it, man. They got it all nice, got it looking crispy. I do enjoy it. Took it out for a spin. Got some cops on us. It's level 1 cops are nothing really. You can chill through them, especially this car is pushing like level 300. It was quick, nice little ride. Another cutscene. Seen the L pass. It's probably the orange line. But again, a little cutscene. You're talking. New person named Alec is introduced, which apparently is the big boss, big boss.
Is they squeezing it out of the peanut?
And these are apparently his cars. And okay, we pulled up to Rydell's shop, and we got robbed. They ran our pockets. We got our pockets ran. That's the main premise of the game. A little more cutscenes. Nothing really happened. We've been depressed for the past 2 years. Our guy's been going through it. And somehow we own a R32 as a taxi, and we're going to pick up this random woman. I don't know where she came from, but apparently she is integral to the story, as you will see. As we took her to a meetup, and we had another meetup, pulling up. We want our whip back. We want our car back because we just took it. I literally stole our car. Not just Rydell's, but ours, and did some modifications to it. Big Most Wanted vibes. Same sort of premise, but not, they took a little bit from it. That's the closest we're going to get to a remaster, and y'all know it. Okay. And yeah, Yaz is now the enemy. She's the enemy of the state. Public enemy number 1. Just want our car back. That's the point. First big point is we bought our first car. We got 37 bands. Remind me of Underground 2 a little bit. Checked out some of the Palace Edition cars. Not unlocked yet. That's not what we can grab. What we can grab is any one of these. And what we picked is a Mitsubishi Eclipse GSX, of course. I mean, it's the new car in the game. I haven't drove a GSX since Midnight Club LA. Again, I tell you, this game is big Midnight Club vibes. We bought it, did some stuff to it. Look at the license plate. Look, it's kind of drippy. Big APR wing. Big Fast and Furious 1 vibes. It's looking pretty crispy, as well as Underground 1 vibes. That's kind of what I was going with. A little tuning. Nothing too special, man. We just need this thing to be able to move. Needs to be able to move, because we're gonna play in a hard difficulty. We can't die, and there's a chance we'll run into some crazy police. So it's looking cool. It's big Underground 1 vibes I went with. It's not my livery, but I thought it looked pretty cool. First week, as you see, it goes week by week by week, so it's pretty straightforward. Move on to our first takeover event. One of the, a new event, straight up new event, and I've never seen before. My boy, ASAP Rocky. The ASAP Rocky. We rock with him. We rocking him for sure. A lot of people didn't rock with the soundtrack. I thought honestly it grew on me as I was playing. It's pretty good. Honestly, it fits. But it takes us to our first event, the takeover event, which I tried my best. This thing's all-wheel drive GSX with, I think it's like, I didn't have the money for like drift suspension, and it's already all-wheel drive. You're not gonna get this thing to do much in terms of drifting, and this event threw me off quite a lot. And you could see, man, you need a multiplier of 5 times to even have a chance at getting anywhere with this, which is interesting in itself. But if the second you lose that 5 times multiplier, you're done. That's it. That's the entire event gone. So in a situation where I needed money and I needed it efficiently, this threw me off quite a lot. Look at that. Oh, that hurt. That multiplier just evaporated. I know it's tough, but it is what it is. And we continued. As you can see, we're struggling. We are struggling quite a lot. We're on lap 2. We have a decent amount, but I want that one. I want that 1 spot. I don't want that 3, bro. Who cares about the 3? We don't care about the 3. We want the 1. And I was trying. I continued. This GSX is tough, man. I don't know what you expect from an all-wheel drive grip machine to do on a track where you need to be drifting constantly. And then I was running out of NOS, so like, you can't keep up with the multiplier. It's tough. I would say the first week is probably the toughest part of the entire game. Besides the 4th week, you are on the struggle bus quite a lot in this game. And you can see did we even get 3rd place? We did not. That was tough. It was a tough night out. Bad shooting night, but it is what it is. It is what it is. ASAP Rocky was not was not pleased, and that's how our first week kind of went, especially in terms of takeover events. It was not fun. It's not fun. Next day, we took it upon ourselves to get back. It was another takeover event, and I tried, but I think it was a bad choice of first car. We did even worse. Like we didn't even get halfway to 3rd place. It was bad. ASAP Rocky probably wanted to kick me out of the entire event. Tell me to go home. Tell me to go to New York or something. Like, it was not good. However, I didn't give up. There was a Barracuda, a Plymouth Hemi-Cuda on the line, and I needed it. If you guys know anything about my taste, I love me a Barracuda. And so I had to finally get it together and figure out how to beat this takeover event. It was a struggle. We're not buying a new car. And, with the help of ASAP Rocky's cheering, it's a little sus. But I took it on. I said, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to win this Barracuda. I'm going to win it. There's no other option. So I took to the streets. And we were feeling pretty good. 3 times multiplier. Off the rip. Keeps the 4 times multiplier. The airtime. Hits the purple things. We were doing good. We were getting to 5 times. Quick. That was quick. Not even the second lap, we're already at 5 times. If we could hold this, we got it. That was my whole idea. And let's see, we're pushing 113k already on lap 2. We were killing the game. Obi had no chance. And as we continued, combo after combo, I think it's because I switched on drift tires and like drift suspension, helped out tremendously. And I'm kind of surprised because this is all-wheel drive, and if you know anything about all-wheel drive, it's gonna grip up immediately after a turn. But this thing kept doing its thing, and the score kept going higher and higher. 133 with a whole lap to go. Look at that map. We had so much daylight left. Already past 3, past 2. We are right there. I think it's kind of a wrap at this point. I think we had it by like a mile, really. Hit the combo bonus. We were just chilling. Really, it was feeling good. Obi, it was over. We put him out. It was that's pause. Well, that was crazy. It was over. Basically, y'all really don't need to see too much more. As we closed in on the finish line, we wrapped up at about 200k, which is, that blew out any record I had previously by so much. I think the last run we came in with 70k. We took care of business. Rocky rocked with it, of course. A 200 and a Barracuda. It's kind of tough. They don't offer you no money, and they kind of make you pay for it. But here we go, man. We got a little run in the Barracuda. Took out in a race. It's a nice car. I didn't get a chance to change the plates, which is a little disappointing. Barracuda is a fun car. That's a big block V8 under there, man. I think it's like 470 horses it's pushing. But as we approach, this is where things get a little hectic, a little spicy, and where the real challenge of this video really comes in is we got heat level 5 while using a B-class car, and this is a super stock B-class car. Like, at least the Eclipse, we had some upgrades on it by this point. The Cuda is brand new, and as you guys can see, it was a struggle. Multiple helicopters, big giant, what's called the SVT Raptor police, and our health is diminishing. It was a struggle just to even get by. I mean, we killed one, committed a felony, but besides that, we didn't put up too much of a fight. And we see here, I escaped the helicopter just for SVT Raptor to spawn just wherever. And I did a little jump, little flop, little Mickey flop. But we almost escaped. I tried to hide under the bridge, but they were still there. That's the thing with these police, is they're everywhere. And there's really nowhere to run, especially in a B-class car. Reinforcements are on the way. It was not looking good. I'm in a stock Hemi Cuda. It was bad. We somehow were able to kill a few cops. And the chopper, we almost evaded it. We got away. It ran out of gas. This was the time. This was it. We had finally a window of breathing room. I said, whew, okay, I think I have a chance. I think it's good. The cop went above and somehow he see me through the road. How Sway? I don't know. That doesn't make no sense. I literally was undercover, but we still continued, tried to escape. And look at, they spawn everywhere. I was making left turns, right turns, throwing the e-brake. I was whipping that thing. I was steering it, and we continued, only to find out that this police chase was far from over. I thought this was it. It was not. We continued to move. But I think I end up being too greedy with it. I think that was my problem. Or did I try to go home? Which one was it? I think I just tried to go home. And again, you see that helicopter, there was not much I could do. They were everywhere. And that's what happened. An undercover cop spawned out of nowhere Those guys are the worst in this entire game. Worse than the Raptors. They just spawn out of nowhere. I don't get it. They just appear. And that's kind of what derailed my whole experience. I couldn't go to my garage anymore because I had the entire precinct after me. All of Lori Lightfoot's goons were on me, and there was not much I could do about it. And it's crazy how that's like lore accurate too. This is actually in Chicago, but yeah, it was tough, man. Trying to move in a Hemi Cuda that's 8,000 pounds heavy with 400 horses. I tried. I mean, you see this is sped up, and this pursuit went on for like a good 30 minutes. It felt like a most wanted pursuit at heat level 5. This is kind of like even though the police are annoying, this is better police than we've had in a long time. As you see, they were over me. I couldn't get out. I was cornered. They were everywhere. They were just beating me up. They were just smacking me around. Like it was tough. I was just getting beat, just left, right, just taking left, right. It was bad, and I got busted, man. That was our one down. So from this point forward, we could not die or get busted at all anymore, which sucks to lose that one lifeline so early on, but I digress. We continued onto the qualifier, which is our first qualifier so far. And these are fun events. I think they're similar to like blacklist events in Most Wanted. I know I'm being an old head referencing old games so much, but yeah, it's similar to how you would run those like 3 events for against a boss. Here we go. We got a sprint circuit, just like those old races were, and the heat goes up as you progress. And this was wasn't too bad. We were kind of no really hurry. Oh yeah, Jet, I forgot about that. Yaz was actually Obi. She took his car for no reason. I don't know why that was a plot point, but she did. So, but it's Obi's car. We still rock with Obi. He's a pre-med. I still rock with Obi. But as we continued, not too difficult, not too bad. We've seen a lot of pressure, mainly from Obi. I will wipe those clips out, but that was mainly it. Obi and Waru, I guess it's still Obi technically, but Waru just decided to become like good all of a sudden. He's been silent the entire week, and just decides, hey, that Datsun is actually quick, which I don't know where he got that from. Didn't matter because I think he won. I think it did matter. I'm talking already. No, yeah, he's good. He's good at the game, and he just turned it up for some reason. They buffed him that Fairlady Z for no reason at all. We continue on to the final qualifying event, which wasn't, I thought it would be tougher just because it's you gotta win. You don't got a choice here. But it really wasn't until it was. Until I had to restart, which I really probably wasted a restart there. I probably didn't need it because I had plenty of room still. But we nevertheless, we continued. And this is a pretty straightforward race. It's just like a circuit. It's called the OG, I guess, because that's why. It's just a straight circuit. Didn't really have too many problems. We upgraded our car all the way to the top of B class. I'm pretty sure it's the top of B class. And the Eclipse is quick. It's definitely not meta. I know like the Golf is meta, and like the E30 is really good. But it was quick. It allowed me some room for error, being all-wheel drive and be able to eat those corners. But besides that, it was pretty much a cakewalk, I'd say. As you can see, the lead just continued to grow, and we're just cruising. To our final race to end off. Week one, which brought a lot of trouble, especially the police. But besides that, it wasn't too bad. Circuit races, sprint races, pretty smooth for the most part. So yeah, we got our bread, got our car, decided not to use it. Yeah, on to week 2. As we progressed onto week 2, and a little cutscene with Tess and Yaz. She wanted to smoke. And Tess, I swear she's just the biggest instigator in the world. She's all about that content, which, I don't mind. I understand. As we progressed, a good look at the new car. Didn't really use it much, but, on to week 2. We needed some more bread, and we needed a new car. So what we did, just got some bread. Little short little montage. Not really montage, just fast forwarding some clips. It'll show you, we got some bread. We did we have to do. Nothing too exciting happened in week 2. More bit of a slower week, I would say. But one major development point is, 1, getting a 240SX, and 2 is there was a big time event where they offered a Lancer Evo 9 if I can beat this takeover event. And as you've seen, I did not. It was tough. But I really wanted that Evo. So what did I do? We ran it back. Because I needed an Evo, man. And, this was one of the tougher events of all takeovers. Takeovers are just tough. Now, I actually figured it out last time. But here we are, down 20k with 1 turn left. And we were really struggling to reach that. He wanted 250. And I got 1 corner left to make this. It's tough. You see it at action. I was really going 5 times. I even did a little burnout at the end just to make sure I cleared it. And we barely cleared it by 5k to go home with the most overpowered car in A+ class. I'm pretty sure this is A+ class. A class. This thing is overpowered. It is so OP. I think it goes to say that grip is just OP. But the Lancer Evo 9 is so strong. It's just a magnet to the road. It's just sticky. We did some upgrades to it. Big Pro Street vibes. A little switch of the rims, as you can see. It was nice. Nice little whip. We even took the bumper off the front end. It's a nice car. You can't really go wrong with Evo 9. And we did not checked out some of the other stuff. Air suspension. Did not have the money for that. We were kind of broke these first 2 weeks a lot. Now, one delivery mission I want to highlight is the Pista. This thing is Pista. It's the most overpowered car in multiplayer. I just wanted just to showcase. It's due to how quick it is. And you can make it a B-class car. Like, this is a bit of a side tangent, but I just wanted to drive this thing and see for myself, at least offline mode. You see how early you get this thing by week 2, and you can hop in online, turn this to B class, and dominate. It's so BS, but it is part of the game, and I'm all for exploits, but against other people, that's not right. But you give the Evo a little spin. It's Pista. I keep getting my cars mixed up. But, it was one of the more, it's just so quick, and it's disturbing that people will go online and use it. Bit of a tangent. I know. We end up finishing this week. I know. I told you it's a bit of a quick week. Gets to the qualifier, which you can win a Crown Vic, one of the coolest cars in this game. Win with its crazy body kit. Look at that thing. Little glitching in the floor. But side exhaust, it got that whole taxi driver thing going on. Or this movie just called Taxi? I think so, if you've seen that. But yeah, we got Stingray. Harlow is finally here, and one of the tougher opponents in the game, but honestly not even the toughest. You'll see later as it gets worse. On rails, just like this Evo. This thing is so sticky. I know it's crazy, but you will see in a second. This thing is the grippiest car I've ever used, and it does make sense. I mean, see, Evo 9, Evos are made for grip, made for rally. Look at that Testarossa. It's moving keys in the back of that thing. But yeah, look at this thing. We don't have too much speed in the initial high end, as Harlow dominates. As I talked about earlier, Harlow is a machine when it comes to a straight line. But you're braking too early. Why'd you brake so early? Look at this thing. Oh my god. And then the acceleration out the corners. It's there's no need to drift. I was kind of like, I really didn't even need to drift there at all. That was just a byproduct of me not wanting to brake, or I braked too late, I think. But you can get so many grip turn nitrous on here that's just, it's so sticky. It's what Drake say. It's crazy. It's insane. one of my favorite cars of this playthrough, even though we didn't use it all that much, is we kind of flew through week 2 and I didn't get this thing until like a few days in. It's still one of my favorites and one of the cars that I might come back to, you know, for you know, more playthroughs in the future. As we continued, dominated, just absolutely dominated. I was like Shaq in the paint, big Diesel, big Aristotle in the paint. That's what that race was. Again, our only competition is really Harlow. They kind of did them dirty, the other racers in this week, where they didn't even upgrade their cars. I think they're using the same B class cars, except Harlow gets a C7 Corvette compared to Obi. Obi's still trying, man. Obi's got that power in the straight line, but all those turns, I'm just too grippy through them corners. It really reminds me of Pro Street. It really does. Like if I could probably recreate this car in Pro Street and it feel the exact same. See, I didn't need the drift there. I should have took, that was a terrible line around that turn. But yeah, these grip races, I'm just unbeatable. Like I'm unstoppable in the corners. I need to take this thing online or build it online and try to make it a full grip build, because it tears apart the cheeks of the competition. It's just factual. It's too good. I don't want to call for a nerf, but I didn't realize it would be that good. I just like Evos, and it happened to be a really solid car. You know what? It happened to be the most grippiest car I've used this whole playthrough, which is disappointing, because I wanted to be grip. I wanted to be team grip through the rest of this playthrough, and it seems like I peaked in terms of grip here. It really sucks. It feels like you really need to have all-wheel drive in order to be grippy. But again, Harlow is our only competition, truly. Look at his launch. See, hopefully I get it right. Do I get it right? Do I get it right? Oh my god, look at that, 0 to 60. It's like 2 seconds in an A-class car. Like, what? I guess it makes sense. I mean, all-wheel drive and all, but still. I think Maya's the one in the Mustang. Cool car, but again, it's just not enough. It's not enough. Look at Harlow. You're drifting too much. Like, why are you drifting? You just don't need to. Look, do I take a grippy turn? No. You know, it's just week 2 is a breeze in all-wheel drive. I think that might be a speedrun strat. Going forward is just abusing all-wheel drive. But at the same time, I know that Golf is super quick, and some of the Palace Edition cars are super quick. But one issue I have with this game is the mixture of dirt and road races. You've seen it right there. One example. My car is completely spec'd for grip in road, and all of a sudden they throw in a dirt track. Like, huh? That doesn't, like, come on, makes no sense to me. It throws off my entire game. Are you kidding me? Well, either way, we won, got ourselves a Crown Vic. Again, did not use it. Maybe that can be a challenge in the future, is using only winnable cars. But you know, Crown Vic's cool. Cutscene. We already seen Tess is a rat. Tess is a rat. You can just kind of smell it, like the way she's, you know, betting on me and Alec. Are you kidding me? As we progress to week 3, we decided that RX-8 is gonna be our week 3 car, man. It's a different car that, again, has not been in a game since, or Need For Speed game, since I don't even know. Like a very long time. Again, I remember this car from Midnight Club. A lot of these cars, I'm telling you, a lot of Midnight Club references. But we did tune it to make it make like Izzy's R8, as you can see. One notable delivery I want to mention on this week was the Ferrari Testarossa, which brought with it one of the hardest cop chases for delivery in this entire game. I think probably the hardest delivery mission. They were just on me, and this thing is not that quick. To have tier 4 police with the chance of going tier 5 if you're in police long enough, or in, you know, the cop chase long enough, is tough. It is actually very tough. And you know, I understand why they're on this car. It's got keys in the back. It's moving weight. You know, this is straight out of Scarface. This is straight from Miami. I think it even got Florida plates. I could see why they wanted this thing. And they showed it. The cops are everywhere, especially, oh my god, in this area there's nowhere to go. I think this is like the ski area or nearby. There is no escape routes, and you know, it just makes pursuits all that much more difficult. and we couldn't even get inside the lot. It was not looking good. They almost got me. Look at that boy was moving. He almost got me. He better not. We barely got out of there, but we did. Delivered to Testarossa. It was quite a mission to do so. And now we move on to our favorite friend, ASAP Rocky. He calls us. He wants to have a little chat. He was talking a long time. He was talking a lot about very like okay and type stuff. Like he was just being all like you know, like how do you describe it? Just annoying, to be honest. Like I wasn't trying to hear it halfway through. He was just talking like, oh, I have struggles too. Like, okay, bro, like I'm just trying to get paid here. Like, you know, I'm not your therapist, I'm not a psychiatrist, but we had to endure it either way. It was cool. You know, he's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. But I didn't want to hear him ramble about his problems for 30 minutes. That was actually not even like exaggerated. That the delivery took a good 30 minutes, and then we had to drive back with his car to drop him off. His car is it's quite quick. It's quite quick, but it has no grip. And you know how I like him. I like him grippy. You know what I'm saying? I like him grippy, and it was not grippy at all. It was just super slidey. I just could not get a handle on it, and it wasn't my favorite car. I really could do without it, but I do see the potential in it. It's very quick in a straight line, but on turns, yeah, nah, it's not gonna happen. We continued on to the qualifier, man. You know how it go. This is the enemy of the state. Lyric is the hardest one in this game. I don't care. Lyric is impossible to beat. Lyric, he was a menace, active menace to society. Lyric's gotta be the toughest person I've ever faced in a racing game since like Rubber Band Earl. I'm not even exaggerating. He's the one that really put a lot of pressure on this run. If Lyric wasn't in the game, it kind of would have been smooth sailing, but he brought the intense to the hardest difficulty challenge. And with one down, it's tough. It's tough, and Lyric is that dude. He is him. Another one which was quite tough was Medusa, rocking the Lamborghini Murcielago, one of my favorite supercars of all time. But she didn't make it that bad. It was really Lyric. I don't understand how he is so quick. He's rocking, I think, a 570S McLaren. Like, sure, it's quick. I think it's all-wheel drive as well. But if you're gonna have all-wheel drive, you gotta have some downside to your top end. But it wasn't. He was pulling even like in 6th gear on me. Like, bro, I'm a maxed out RX-8 running this rotary motor, and there was nothing I could do. Absolutely nothing I could do. You could see here my first shot at this mission. I was about to die. You see the meter? I am on like 1 health. I'm about to go down. I'm about to down and in 6th place. So we're technically still in the qualifier, and we take another big hit. We took one right to the jaw. I'm backpedaled. This is not good. We just took a big right hand. I'm kind of stunned, and we are still in the race, which is crazy. We can still qualify with 10% to go. We are on a mission just to qualify. That's all I want. Until I get hit, until I get killed. Mass murder. This is technically the end of the run. Technically, I was killed, and that was it. If this is a realistic game, that would be it. That would be on my tombstone. Got hit by a cop. I'm gonna call police brutality. But no, we restarted, of course, and we had to run it back. We had to get our get back. So technically, we downed twice. So the mission is kind of a fail. So technically, I didn't beat Need for Speed Unbound in the hardest difficulty while having 1 life, since technically we used our 2nd life. That is it. But I'm already so far in the game. We're just gonna finish it off, And as we do, we came to here. We came to nice, we still gotta finish the game. The run isn't over until we finish. We beat Lyric there, which was, a mission in its own. And then we have still a second race, or the final race, where this dude Lyric does not let up. And the third competitor is Chase, which decides to be good all of a sudden. Like, bro, And then I had a little flop. I was gonna lose my mind. I was actually fuming. Even though I already knew the challenge was over, I was gonna beat Lyric until my back tires somehow lose grip. I was about to scream. This is the second race. This is actually the second race of this qualifier. And we are 4th place. I just need one lap and that's it. I'm about to throw the controller at this point. We're about to die again. So I end up restarting. And you know, restarts are allowed. Maybe they shouldn't be in runs going forward, but I was about to lose my mind. I was actually like mad. For some reason, I was just fuming because I wanted to beat this challenge. Even though I knew I wanted to beat Lyric, that dude is too quick. I don't get it. He is so fast, bro. It's like he does not belong in S. Was it S? I think it's just standard S, not S minus, but. He's so quick. It's insane. I know I'm glazing. I know. But it's for good reason. This dude is insane. However, we end up pulling through just to qualify. You see how close 33 yards away, 78 yards away. They were on me the entire mission. We finally get to pass race 2 and on to the last one. We're going against a GT3 RS, which is, you know, a GT3 RS, and in a 600 LT actually. This is what you'll see in a second. This is the most ridiculous things I've ever seen in a video game. I thought I had a chance, but then these dudes came out like Mike and Pippin. Look at this. I have my launch. I have it perfect. Gone. I'm going. I'm moving, but look at Lyric. He has a 2-second 0 to 60. How does he do that? We're in the same tier, bro. You're S class. How is he that far? He's 70 yards away from me off the line. That's how I knew it was over. But what really solidified my fate was taking this jump. This was a bad idea because now I have to take a 90-degree turn, or that's it. Or, you know, now that just makes everything harder. And as you can see, I thought I had a chance, but he is 150 yards away. We're the same tier. How? He's all-wheel drive, and he's still pulling on me. I'm rear-wheel drive. Everything's going to my top end. We continue, and here's the dagger. Yeah, that was it. I was kind of screaming. I was screaming, pooping, peeing, all at the same time. It was just not good. It was tough. And as you can see, we get the big old, you know, eliminated screen. Yeah. However, we ran it back. You know, I gotta win. They sent us all the way back to Friday. It was tough. I've never struggled this much on a singular race in such a long time. And I guess, you know, that does the justice of the difficulty, right? Again, good launch. Hit the NOS. Except this time it's Chase that decides to get a crazy launch. And even Lyric still is moving away. Like, I'm going to scream. Like, this is ridiculous. I've decided to take this, and I think he took that route. I think that might have been the turning point. I had a finally decent entry into that turn, and from there, I was kind of able to pull. From that turn, I was able to pull and kind of keep a steady lead, but you still see he is 60 yards away from me. He is still right there the whole time. Even on turns, I can't lose him. That's how like, quick this dude is. For some reason, I don't understand. However, we finally won. We won on our backs. We technically we should be totals probably, but however, we did win. That clears up week 3. Let's move on to week 4. We have a big revelation. Tess is, yes, confirmed to be a rat. We are just surrounded by rats. I feel bad for bro. Like, why are the 2 people he's associated with both rats? Like, they would have been whacked like a long time ago, if we really was trying to take care of some business. But clearly we're not. And Tess just wants to bet and make money. That's all she cares about, whether it be me or some other one. It doesn't matter. What we did is buy ourselves a Dodge Viper and turn in the JV's Viper, because I wanted a Dodge Viper this entire game. I haven't used the Viper since like Need for Speed 2015, which I was like 2 years old. And, you know, that's what we did. However, big plot point. Yaz pulls up to the garage, wants to apologize. Now she's on our team. Unk is over there, you know, I don't know what Unk's doing. Like, why is he in the closet over there, man? Like, get up out of here. Like, get in, either come out or just stay inside. Like, what are you doing in the rain? Like, Unk is kind of wilding, but I digress. She is kind of on our side now, and Unk is like, I want her back. You know, she's my kid. Yada yada. We made some bread, came back, and while we were chilling in the Viper, we got a good call. We got one of the, you know, I didn't expect this, but I do appreciate it. I think it was done right. We get a call from someone from the Blacklist, calling themselves the Blacklist, which is kind of interesting, wanting us to pick up an M3 GTR. And I mean, y'all know, right? It's the car. It's him. He's right there. It's the whip, the poster child. And you know, this is the only time it appears in the entire game. You can't even buy it in the car list after this race, or after this like delivery. Kind of weird, but I think it was done right, because this car has been glazed for 17 years straight, constant. And I think it's time we kind of like let it chill a little bit. It was fun driving this thing around with tier 5 police, like the good old days. You know, I don't mind it. We were cruising, take down a cop. You know, it got the side exhaust. It's got the straight cut gears. It's got that V8 instead of the inline 6 that a normal E46 has. It's got everything. It's the GTR. The paint still might not be completely correct, but you know, it's the GTR that we all know and love. You know, I think this is kind of a telling that we're not gonna get you know, most wanted remastered. That's kind of pushing it, to be honest, even when I'm saying it now. But I just think it's a good, you know, a good homage to it. You know, we almost got caught up again, but we did not. Jeez, I'm talking too much, bro. But you know, it was overall a good experience. I think bringing it back, just having you know, to get a little driving with it, not making a major plot point. Now, lastly, though, touching on this car, I just wanted to show you guys this. He says, I feel like we're living on the razor's edge with some of these collections. Are you saying Razor's still around? Is that what I'm getting? Is it Razor's car? Because technically it got totaled last I understood. I don't know. Nice little reference to Razor, you know. If you know, you know. And now on to the Grand, man. This is it. Here we go. This is the first introduction to the Grand, man. This is it. This is the big time. This is the event that we've been working up until, you know, this entire time. Now me and Yaz are teammates, and basically we are trying just to win. Either one of us win. And Tess is overall, she's just betting against us, basically. She just wants to make money. Her and Alec just want to make some bread. And so they're gonna be they just want to win, man. I don't know why she drives off in that car like she actually knows how to drive. Like, she hasn't drove the entire game. I bet she doesn't have her license. But here we go, man. First event of the Grand. We are in our GSX again. It's been a little bit since we've been whipping the GSX, and here we go. It's got that launch. It's quick. I don't know why Yaz gets to use this, you know, souped up Sylvia in a B class race, or A class race. A class race. Doesn't make sense, but as we go, she's talking, I'm talking. It's like, you know, it's like the NBA. They just talking back and forth. It was a bit difficult, I won't lie. You know, these guys, all the racers, Lyric is still just as fast as he is in his 600 LT. For some reason, he is just a good driver. I guess that's just the explanation, I suppose. Cause this thing is maxed out like it's at the highest you can be for A class, but him and his was that a 180 or Datsun 240Z, like that's insane to me how quick he is. Took a little shortcut. Medusa is still quick. She's quick even in the RX-7, which RX-7 is a good car. I'll give her that. She takes the first dub of this big event. Move on to week 2, or our event 2 car. We got some Strangers going. One of the best songs, the best song on the soundtrack. But we're whipping the Evo. Whipping the Evo 9. Like I told you guys, the Evo 9 is a machine. It's really just unguardable. Like, I feel like me on 2K.
Give me that. Give me that.
whenever I'm using the Evo 9. Like, it's crazy. Like, you see how fast I took off? I feel like Lyric. I feel like Lyric, bro. I feel like Lyric and his McLaren, this thing. Compared to the competition, we are just gone. And then forget about corners. This thing is just sticky around corners. Like, ridiculously sticky. Continue pushing. Continuing to move this weight. And, you know, it really didn't get too difficult. You can just, you know, skip past like 70%. Look at the yards away. Lyric is like 200 yards from me. I'm taking these grippy turns, hitting the grip nost. Everyone else is like 400 plus yards away. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Lyric's pushing 300 yards. I'm just so quick in this Evo 9. I told you, this thing is kind of a cheat code compared to any other car I have in any other tier, like respective to the competition. This thing just dominates. It's just, I don't understand it. Here things get a little, I don't even think they get hairy up in, like, it's just smooth sailing. Oh, we hit the cop car there. We killed, you know, someone, killed a family of 4. But, you know, it's fine. Everything is good. We're still cooling. And no problem. 400 yards from the nearest competition. I'm telling you, man. You wanna cheese probably the entire game by 4 Evos. I bet that works. Yaz gets eliminated, which goes against the story, but either way, we still need this bread. Either way, we still need the bread. You know, you can never run from the bread, even if, you know, your partner in crime does. And against we go, Lyric. Oh boy, in the RX-8, which is not my strongest car against him. However, we tried our best. We tried. Look how fast that bro is. Oh, like all-wheel drive is broken. It's just, I swear, like, if you're all-wheel drive, you should have quickness in the launch and corners, but like, you shouldn't be that, you know, powerful in the top end. But it just doesn't matter. Lyric is fast in every single situation. Does not make sense. And I was kind of nervous this one. Like, you could just see the sense of agency, or the sense of urgency, as I was, you know, moving through these events, moving through these cars. I'm just trying to get past this dude, and it's a struggle. Like, look at the top. I'm a constant 100 yards away from, like, the entire race, and then I miss a checkpoint. I'm about to scream. I lost like 4 places, and I'm thinking, oh, here we go. Oh, here we go again. It's about to be the same situation as it was back in week 3, where I'm about to lose my mind, and you know, technically the challenge is kind of over. It's not over. You first have to beat the game in the hardest difficulty, and then there's a modifier. But you know, then again, I just want to beat this dude, bro. Like, Lyric has got me upset. Look how fast he is. He's already 400 yards ahead of even the AI. Like, that's ridiculous. And I knew it was impossible for me to catch up at this point. So all I need to do is qualify. So what I need to do is get past one of these dudes. So at every instance I have nitrous, you see I'm spamming it. I am spamming it. I feel like nitrous isn't that strong in this game. It's just, I feel like they give you so much, they nerf the power of it. But, you know, this turn is a big one. I'm anticipating it. Let me get in there. Good turn, Nas. I passed 1, passed 2. Submission complete. I just gotta hold him off. Because there's no way I'm catching Lyric. He's 500 yards away. Like, I'm telling you, he is the fastest person in this entire game. Like, even though they introduce a person later that in week 4 that runs a McLaren, was it Ferrari LaFerrari, Lyric is faster. That's the problem. He's quick. And as we continue, we are now, this is it, man. This is it. This is the final race of the game, basically. We're up against Lyric and Medusa. I'm pretty sure this dude, so he's an old head too. That's his lore. He's an old head he's a rich old head in a McLaren 600 LT. I don't get how he's so quick. Here we go. Launch real quick. Boom. But look how fast, like, that's ridiculous. Like, we are off. I'm a 400 plus for our Dodge Viper SRT 10. Like, how is the launch that much more ridiculous? I don't know. However, you know, we continued. Things got a little spicy. Medusa wasn't even a threat, but you know who was. It was Lyric. Look at this dude. 100 yards away, and we're down. It's 80%. I was stressing. I was stressing quite a lot. And we got lucky. This man made a terrible turn. He made a terrible turn, but I did not capitalize. I hit the rear of him, takes the inside lane. Look at that. That was some like F1 driving right there. That was nasty. We take the jump, and we seem like we're good to go. Pushing 200, 205, might even go 210. And Lyric is still chasing me. He's still on me until we take care of the dub. We take care of business like we should. Like we should, man. And it felt good to finally beat that dude. He was getting on me this entire challenge run, the entire second half. He was all over. He was making things tough. And there we go, man. We won the Sylvia with its crazy body kit, which I do like. It's a cool body kit. And $1 million, which is really irrelevant since the save is probably going into the attic somewhere. I'll make a new one for another challenge run. But yeah, that's it, man. We get through here. Still not completely finished, as you guys can see. Tess is not mad because she still wins no matter what. And it says loyalty is overrated, which is big rat behavior. If this was, you know, The Sopranos, she's done for. If this was Breaking Bad, Mike is taking care of business. But it's a teen-rated game, so, you know, it is what it is. And we drive home in the Sylvia. This thing is insane. And this race was kind of cool because, what's it called? Yaz drives my Viper, which is pretty dope. She'll drive whatever car that the player has. And up until now, she just killed me. She destroyed my car, bro. Like, you owe me like $300,000 probably. And, you know, I slowed down periodically throughout this race. I just wanted to see my Viper. It was kind of cool to see my car driving as the AI. They should do that more until I made this turn and I, like, just wiped out, which was tough. But continuing on, it's a long race. I'm pushing 230 miles per hour. Like, that's ridiculous. This thing's like 400 plus, it has to be. And then, you know, chase my Viper down. I swear my Viper is fast in top end, but I guess this is just faster. One of the few times in racing games that they ever have an AI have your car until she totaled it again. And I accidentally hit the handbrake, but did a nice little 360. It wasn't that smooth because, you know, I almost died. Again, I swear, the cars, they're like the import-export in GTA. They just go in front of you and try to wipe you out on purpose. Like, I would not be surprised if that's a mechanic. Like, he just turned. Why did he turn? He turned for no reason. No reason at all. And as we pull up back to Rydell's garage, that is about it, man. He comes in, he's working on a car. We bring home Yaz, bring home the car. It's basically happily ever after. Everyone's happy, even though I've committed multiple felonies. I should have like millions of dollars worth of bounty if this was most wanted. However, as not most wanted, that's not this game. You know, it's a happy, you know, everything's gonna be okay type of game. Maybe a DLC will add more to it in the future. But that is it. I beat Need For Speed Unbound on the hardest difficulty, but I did not do it with one life, which was our secondary challenge, technically. So really, we didn't complete the challenge, end of the day. But yeah, that was it, man. It's more of a simpler, easier challenge, but I will definitely do harder ones in the future. I was just trying to, you know, it's the first challenge video I think I've ever done, so kind of wanted to get that out of the way. But that being said, hopefully you guys stick around for more challenge videos. Subscribe if you enjoyed it and want to see more of it. And yeah, see you guys in the next one.
Everything will be all right. I agree, Chief. Oh, that's so surreal, though, man.
Anytime, Chief.
1,
2, 3.